Have you ever felt the world become too loud? As if the ticking of the clock, the hum of the city, and the weight of your own thoughts were pressing against your chest? Tonight, we leave that weight behind. You are standing at the edge of a forest that maps cannot find. The locals call it the Whispering Woods, a place where time doesn't tick. It breathes. The air here is different. It's cool, smelling of ancient cedar and the damp, sweet scent of midnight moss. As you take your first step off the gravel road and onto the soft, needle-covered floor of the forest, the silence hits you. It isn't the scary silence of an empty room. It's a heavy, velvet silence that wraps around your shoulders like a familiar coat. You look down at your hands. They look softer in this light, a strange, bioluminescent violet that seems to leak from the very leaves of the trees. You aren't just walking into a forest, you are walking into a dream that has been waiting for you since the beginning of time. Do you hear that? Deep in the distance, a low, rhythmic thrumming. It's not a machine. It's the heartbeat of the earth. And as you walk deeper, your own heart begins to slow down, matching that ancient rhythm. Thump, thump, thump. You are no longer a stranger here. You are a part of the shadows. You are a part of the mist. Every tree you pass is a storyteller. Their bark is etched with runes of moss and silver lichen. You reach out and touch the trunk of a silver birch. It's surprisingly warm. It feels like touching a living, breathing soul. The tree shivers slightly at your touch, and a shower of golden leaves falls around you in slow motion. They don't hit the ground. They seem to float, suspended in the thick, magical air, guiding you toward a path you didn't see before. This path is made of white quartz stones, glowing faintly under the roots. It leads downward into the Valley of Sighs. You aren't afraid. Fear is a concept for the waking world, and you have left that world far behind. Here, the only rule is to breathe in and out. As you descend, the mist thickens, turning from silver to a deep royal blue. It swirls around your ankles like a loyal pet. You realize that the whispers people talked about aren't voices. They are memories. Your own memories, but stripped of their pain. You see a flash of a childhood summer, the smell of rain on hot asphalt, the sound of a loved one's laugh, all of them floating in the mist, peaceful and still. You find a small wooden bench carved directly into the root of a giant willow. Sit down, just for a moment. Feel the wood supporting you. The forest is watching over you now. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. The journey has only just begun, and the deeper we go, the lighter you will feel. You leave the wooden bench behind, feeling a strange lightness in your limbs. The quartz path beneath your feet begins to slope gently downward, leading you into the heart of the Valley of Sighs. Here the air is thicker, cooler, and tastes faintly of wild lavender and old books. As you descend, the canopy above closes even tighter, but it doesn't get darker. Instead, the forest begins to glow from the ground up. Small luminescent mushrooms, shades of neon blue and soft turquoise, cling to the roots of the trees like tiny lanterns. They pulse in time with your breathing, in and out. You hear a sound that isn't quite water, yet it flows. To your left, a massive waterfall tumbles down a jagged cliff of obsidian, but the liquid is a shimmering, glowing indigo. It doesn't roar, it hums a low, vibrating frequency that you can feel in your chest. This is the frequency of deep rest. You reach the floor of the valley, where the grass is as soft as velvet and silver white in color. Each step you take leaves a temporary glowing footprint that slowly fades away, as if the earth is memorizing your passage. You realize that in this valley, nothing is ever truly lost. Every sigh you've ever breathed out in frustration, every tired breath from a long day's work, they are all here, turned into the gentle mist that brushes against your skin. A giant butterfly, its wings the size of your hands and translucent like stained glass, flutters past your face. It doesn't move quickly. It drifts, as if the gravity here is only a suggestion. You follow it with your eyes as it lands on a flower that looks like a bell made of pearl. When the butterfly touches it, the flower releases a tiny melodic chime, a sound so pure it makes your eyes sting with a brief happy warmth. Rest now, the wind seems to say, but it's not a command, it's an invitation. You find yourself standing before a bridge made of woven silver vines, stretching across a river of stardust. The water below is a mirror, reflecting not your face, but the person you were when you were a child. Fearless, curious, and ready for sleep. You cross the bridge slowly, feeling the vines vibrate under your feet. On the other side, the forest changes again. The trees are no longer pine or birch. They are crystalline, their branches heavy with fruit that looks like glowing opals. You pick one up from the ground. It's cold, smooth, and feels like holding a piece of the moon. You don't eat it. You simply hold it, letting its coolness travel up your arm and into your heart, calming every nerve, smoothing every jagged thought. You are moving deeper now. The valley is behind you, and the crystal orchard lies ahead. The air is becoming even quieter, if that's possible. The only sound is the rhythmic thump-thump of the forest's heart and the steady, calm flow of your own breath. You are drifting further away from the world you knew. As you leave the silver bridge behind, the ground beneath your feet changes. The velvet grass gives way to a fine, white sand that sparkles like crushed diamonds. It doesn't crunch, it cushions your every step, absorbing the sound of your movement until you are walking in absolute silence. You have entered the orchard of whispering crystals. The trees here are not made of wood. Their trunks are translucent like smoked glass, and their branches are heavy with clusters of glowing amethyst-colored fruit. These are the memory opals. Each one holds a dream that was too beautiful to be forgotten. As you walk past them, The air vibrates with a faint, melodic hum. 1,000 tiny glass bells ringing in a breeze that only you can feel. You reach out and brush your fingers against a low-hanging branch. Chime. The sound is so pure, it feels like it's ringing inside your own mind, clearing away the clutter of the day. You feel a wave of warmth spread from your fingertips, up your arm, and into your chest. Your breathing is deep now, slow, in and out. The light in this part of the forest is a soft, perpetual twilight. There is no sun here, only the glow of the trees and the faint, pulsing light of the star moss that grows on the crystalline bark. You find a clearing where the trees form a perfect circle. In the center, there is a large, flat stone made of smooth, warm jade. You feel an irresistible urge to rest. You climb onto the jade stone. It's not cold, it's warm, as if it has been soaking up the sun for 1,000 years. As you lie back, you look up through the crystal branches. The sky above is a deep, swirling violet, and the stars are so close you feel like you could reach out and pluck them like grapes. The orchard begins to sing to you. It's not a song with words, but a symphony of vibrations. The rustle of the crystal leaves, the hum of the glowing fruit, the distant sigh of the wind. It all merges into one single steady note. This is the sound of the universe resting. Your eyelids are becoming heavy. You try to keep them open to watch the purple aurora dancing between the branches, but they are so heavy, like lead. You are safe here. No one can reach you in the orchard of whispering crystals. No phone can ring. No email can arrive. No worry can follow you past the silver bridge. You feel your body melting into the jade stone. You are becoming as still as the trees. Your thoughts are like clouds drifting further and further away until they disappear over the horizon of your mind. You are not just in the forest anymore. You are the forest. You are the silence between the notes. You are the glow in the dark. The jade stone remains behind as you stand up, feeling as though you are made of mist yourself. You follow a trail of glowing blue pebbles that lead you to the edge of a great silent river. But this is no ordinary water. The river doesn't reflect the stars above. It is the stars, a slow-moving stream of liquid silver and sapphire, flowing with a heavy, honey-like consistency. Tied to a weeping willow made of white silk is a small, flat-bottomed boat. It has no oars, for in this part of the forest, you do not need to steer. The river knows exactly where you need to go. You step into the boat, and it barely rocks under your weight. It feels like stepping onto a cloud. You lie down on the floor of the boat, which is lined with the softest swan-down pillows, smelling of dried chamomile and distant rain. As the vine rope unties itself, the boat begins to drift. Slowly, so slowly. You are no longer in control, and it is the most wonderful feeling in the world. You have nothing to do, nowhere to be, no decisions to make, just the sway of the liquid stars beneath you. The boat glides under the overhanging branches of lullaby willows. Their long, glowing tendrils brush against the surface of the river, creating tiny ripples of gold. As a tendril brushes past your hand, you hear a faint, humming sound, the song of the earth itself, vibrating through the wood of the boat and into your spine. You look over the edge of the boat. Deep beneath the surface of the liquid stars, you see ancient cities made of coral and light, sleeping in the depths. They are silent. They are still. Everything in this world is resting with you. The river carries you around a gentle bend, and the orchard fades into a soft purple haze behind you. The air is getting cooler, but you are warm. The boat feels like a cradle, rocking you in a steady, hypnotic rhythm. Left and right, left and right. Your heartbeat is now so slow and steady that it feels like the ticking of a grandfather clock in a quiet hallway. You are drifting toward the glowworm caverns, where the light is even softer and the silence is even deeper. Your eyes are half closed now. The glowing banks of the river are just streaks of light blurring into a beautiful abstract painting. You are safe. You are held. You are drifting into the deepest part of the dream. The river of liquid stars slowly carries your boat into the mouth of a great arching cavern. As the boat glides inside, the air changes. It becomes still, perfectly still. The cool, damp scent of ancient stone and mineral water fills your lungs, grounding you in the deep silence of the earth. You look up, and your breath catches in your throat. The ceiling of the cavern is not dark. It is covered in millions upon millions of tiny, glowing organisms. The glowworms of the deep. They shine with a soft, pulsing turquoise light, looking like a map of 1,000 galaxies reflected on the stone above. The light is so gentle, so dim, that it doesn't hurt your eyes. It invites them to close. The sound of the river changes here. In the vastness of the cavern, every tiny ripple of the liquid stars creates a soft, musical echo. Drip, drop, drip. The water falling from the stalactites sounds like a distant piano playing a single repeating note. It is the rhythm of time itself, slowed down until it nearly stops. You reach out your hand and touch the wall of the cavern as the boat drifts close to the edge. The stone is smooth, worn down by millions of years of water. It feels ancient. It feels steady. You realize that while the world above changes, while seasons pass and cities rise and fall, this place remains exactly the same. Silent, sacred, still. The boat passes between two massive pillars of translucent quartz that rise from the water like frozen giants. They glow with a faint inner light, illuminating the deep indigo of the river. You feel a profound sense of safety. You are deep within the embrace of the earth, far beneath the reach of any noise, any light, or any worry. The cavern begins to widen, and the ceiling rises higher and higher until the glowworms look like tiny, distant stars in a midnight sky. The boat is rocking you so gently now, It's as if you are being carried by a giant, invisible hand. You are drifting toward the echo chamber of dreams, where the only sound is the rhythm of your own heart. Thump, thump, thump. Your eyes are closed now. You don't need to see the light anymore. You can feel it on your skin. A warm, tingling sensation of pure peace. You are descending into the quietest part of your own mind. The boat moves on, silent as a ghost, deeper into the heart of the world. The boat glides out of the narrow tunnel and into a space so vast you can no longer see the walls. You have entered the echo chamber of dreams. Here, the air doesn't just carry sound. It carries feelings. It is warm, like a summer afternoon, and smells of old parchment and vanilla. In the center of this great hall, thousands of glowing orbs of light are floating in the air. They are not fireflies. They are dream seeds. Each one is a soft, pulsing golden sphere, drifting as if caught in an invisible tide. As your boat passes beneath them, they hum. It is a sound so low, it is more of a feeling in your bones than a noise in your ears. Hum, hum, hum. You reach out your hand, and a dream seed drifts down to touch your palm. It feels like a warm snowflake. For a second, you see a flash of a happy memory, a long-forgotten birthday, the feeling of sunlight on your face, the sound of a distant lullaby. The orb pulses once, twice, and then floats back up into the dark dome above. You are surrounded by millions of these happy moments. You are swimming in a sea of peace. The river of liquid stars has slowed down so much that the boat is barely moving. You are suspended in time. In this chamber, the echoes of the world above cannot reach you. The stress of tomorrow, the regrets of yesterday, they are just shadows that cannot survive in this golden light. You feel a deep, heavy relaxation spreading from your toes, up through your legs, and into your chest. Your arms feel like lead, sinking into the soft pillows of the boat. Your neck is relaxed, your jaw is loose, even the muscles around your eyes have let go. Everything is okay, the echoes whisper. You have done enough today. It is time to let go. The boat begins to rotate slowly, a gentle clockwise circle that makes the glowing orbs above look like a swirling galaxy. You close your eyes, and the golden light still shines through your eyelids. You are safe. You are loved. You are part of the great quiet pulse of the universe. The echo chamber is fading now. The light is getting dimmer, turning from gold to a deep, restful velvet black. The boat is carrying you toward the velvet veil, the gateway to the deepest, dreamless sleep. Stay still. Breathe deep. Dream nothing. The golden glow of the echo chamber begins to recede, replaced by a deep, restful indigo. You are approaching the velvet veil. It is not a wall, but a curtain of thick, shimmering mist that hangs over the river like a silken tapestry. It smells of night-blooming jasmine and the cold, clean air of high mountains. As the boat touches the veil, you feel a gentle resistance, like a warm hug. The mist is soft against your skin, damp and cool, washing away the last remaining fragments of your thoughts. Inside the veil, there is no left or right, no up or down. There is only the steady, rhythmic swaying of the boat. Sway and drift. Sway and drift. You are no longer a person with a name, a job, or a history. You are simply a consciousness floating in a sea of velvet silence. The liquid stars beneath the boat have turned into a deep, dark silver, moving as slowly as honey. Every movement is 1,000 years long. Every breath is a lifetime of peace. Let go of the shore, the mist whispers. The shore is the past. The shore is the future. You are the river now. You feel your hands relaxing, your fingers curling naturally, letting go of any grip you had on the waking world. Your legs feel heavy, sinking into the soft down of the boat until you cannot feel where your body ends and the pillows begin. You are becoming part of the atmosphere. A single large drop of silver dew falls from the veil and touches your forehead. It doesn't splash. It dissolves into a wave of relaxation that travels down to your toes. Your heart is beating so slowly now, a calm and steady drum in the vastness of the night. Thump, thump, thump. The boat is moving through the thickest part of the veil now. The light is almost gone, leaving only a faint, comforting hum. You are safe in the dark. The dark is not empty. It is full of rest. It is a blanket that covers the world, keeping it quiet while you dream. You are emerging on the other side of the veil, where the fields of eternal sleep begin. The air is still. The water is still. You are still. Deep, deeper, down into the blue. The boat gently brushes against a bank of white, shimmering sand that feels like powdered silk. You step out of the boat, but you do not feel the ground. Instead, your feet sink into a thick, warm mist that carpets the entire valley. You have arrived at the fields of eternal sleep. Everywhere you look, tall, silver-petaled flowers rise from the mist. They are the lullaby lilies. They do not sway in the wind, for there is no wind here, only the breath of the dreaming world. Each flower holds a single, glowing drop of nectar that pulses with a soft, amber light. As you walk through them, the flowers brush against your legs, leaving behind a trail of stardust that smells of warm milk and honey. You feel as though you are walking through a sea of feathers. Every step is effortless. Your body feels weightless, yet grounded in a profound sense of belonging. This is where all the world's peace is stored. This is the reservoir of rest. You find a place where the lilies are thickest, forming a natural bed of soft, glowing petals. You lie down, letting the mist rise up around you like a heavy, weighted blanket. The silence here is absolute. It is a silence so deep that you can hear the slow, steady hum of the stars above. Hush, hush. The lilies seem to whisper as they close their petals for the night. You look up at the great silver moon. It is so large here, filling half the sky, casting a protective glow over everything. You realize that you don't need to think anymore. The forest is thinking for you. The stars are breathing for you. The earth is dreaming for you. Your mind is a calm, dark lake. Not a single ripple disturbs the surface. Every worry has dissolved into the mist. Every plan has turned into stardust. There is only this moment, this breath, this peace. You are sinking deeper into the bed of lilies. They are so soft, so warm. You feel your consciousness drifting away, like a leaf caught in a slow evening current. You are almost there. The deepest sleep is just a few steps away, waiting behind the gate of ivory and horn. Now, fade away, be still. You leave the fields of eternal sleep behind, but the mist travels with you, supporting your weight like a loyal cloud. Ahead, rising from the violet horizon, are two monumental pillars that reach toward the zenith of the heavens. This is the gateway of the dreamers. To your left stands the pillar of ivory, smooth and white as a mountain of snow, glowing with a pale pearlescent light. To your right stands the pillar of horn, dark and translucent like ancient amber, warm to the touch and humming with a deep, earthy vibration. Between them, there is no wooden door, no iron gate, only a shimmering curtain of stardust that ripples like the surface of a silent pond. This is the threshold where the truth of the heart meets the magic of the mind. As you approach, the pillars begin to sing, a low, harmonized drone that vibrates through your very marrow. It is the sound of 1,000 years of peace. You step through the curtain of stars. There is no resistance, only a brief, cool sensation like walking through a waterfall of moonlight. On the other side, the forest has vanished. The ground has vanished. You are floating in a void of perfect, restful darkness. But it is not a lonely darkness. It is the darkness of the womb, the darkness that holds all the possibilities of a new tomorrow. You are home. The pillars whisper behind you. You feel the last remnants of your ego, your name, and your worries dissolve into the stardust. You are becoming a part of the constellations. Your breath is the wind. Your thoughts are the falling stars. You are drifting into the temple of eternal stillness, where time has no meaning and the only task is to exist, in and out, floating and falling, down into the deep. Beyond the gateway, you find yourself in a space that feels like a cathedral made of starlight. This is the temple of eternal stillness. There are no walls here, only pillars of frozen light that stretch upward into an infinite velvet sky. The floor beneath you is a dark, polished mirror, reflecting the constellations above until you feel like you are standing in the center of the universe. Every movement here is silent. Every breath is a prayer of peace. You walk toward the center of the temple, where a single flame burns in a bowl of white jade. The flame is not orange or yellow. It is a soft, cool blue, and it doesn't flicker. It is perfectly steady. It represents the spark of life within you, calm, eternal, and undisturbed by the storms of the world. As you stand before the blue flame, you feel a profound sense of enoughness. You have done enough. You have been enough. The struggles of the day, the lists of things to do, the voices of the past, they cannot enter this temple. They melt away like salt in the deep ocean. The temple floor beneath you dissolves, but you do not fall. You begin to drift, weightless and free, into the sea of silken clouds. There is no solid ground here, only vast, soft pillows of silver mist that stretch out in every direction. It feels like being wrapped in a giant, warm cocoon of eiderdown and moonlight. The air is thin and sweet, smelling of ozone and the cold, clean breath of the stars. You are no longer walking. You are swimming through the atmosphere. Every slow movement of your arms creates ripples in the clouds, like a swan gliding across a mirror-still lake. You feel the cool mist brushing against your face, smoothing out the last lines of tension on your forehead. The silence here is not empty. It is a full, heavy silence, vibrating with a low frequency that matches the resting pulse of the earth. Hum, hum, hum. You are far above the world now. The mountains, the forests, the rivers, they are all just distant memories, sleeping beneath the blanket of the mist. You find a cloud that feels denser than the rest, a soft, silver cradle that perfectly fits the shape of your body. You sink into it. It is so warm. It is so supportive. It feels like being held by the universe itself. You are a child of the cosmos, returning to the stars. Soft, soft, soft. The clouds whisper as they wrap around you. Your thoughts are no longer words. They are just colors, fading from violet to indigo, then to the deepest, darkest charcoal. You are letting go of the need to understand. You are letting go of the need to be. You are simply a part of the vast, quiet ocean of the night. The moon is setting now, leaving only the faintest glow on the horizon of your mind. You are drifting toward the final gate, the absolute void, where the journey ends and the deep, dreamless rest begins. Floating and drifting, fading and shifting. Peace at last. The sea of silken clouds has drifted behind you, its silver mists dissolving into a profound, velvety darkness. You have reached the absolute void, the heart of the night, the cradle of the cosmos. This is not the darkness of an empty room. It is a warm, thick, and protective darkness that holds all the stillness in the world. There is no more up. There is no more down. There is no more you. You are a single point of awareness, floating in an ocean of pure, undisturbed peace. The hum of the universe has become so low, so deep, that it is no longer a sound. It is a vibration that matches your heartbeat perfectly. Thump, thump, thump. You are the silence between the stars. You are the space between the thoughts. Sleep now, the void whispers. It is the softest sound you have ever heard. You are safe. You are whole. You are rest itself. You feel the last fragment of your mind letting go. There are no more images. There are no more words. There is only a deep, heavy, and beautiful stillness. You are sinking into the softest bed in the universe. A bed made of shadows and moonlight. The air is warm. The silence is gold. Your breath is a slow, steady wave, moving in and out like the tide of a distant hidden sea. Everything is exactly as it should be. You are home. The journey has ended, but the rest has just begun. Sleep deep. Sleep now. Sleep forever. In this moment.